And good afternoon. Let's kick this road off again. Second video of the day for the Southwest Prairie Conference preview. Again, my name is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football and Wing Report. Please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com if you have any questions. And again, on the bottom, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip via PayPal on the PayPal link on the bottom. If you like my work. If you don't like my work, well, I'm sorry. So, as we get into the 2018 season, it's time for a preview. Southwest, I'm going to say suburban because I did suburban in the last video. Prairie Conference. Quick reminders again. Previews, predictions mean absolutely nothing. You have to play the game. What is up is down, and what is down is up. There is a large consistency of parity in high school football, and anything can happen on any Friday night, and it has happened last year and the year before that, and I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to increasingly happen even more as the years go on and on in Illinois high school football. So let's get started. Now, this is probably going to be my only conference this season where I'm going to be gambling, and I'm not talking about gambling. I'm using it metaphorically. I'm taking a lot of risk here, and I'm probably going to piss off a lot of people, but I do understand. So, for this conference, I have it as a 4-horse race. These are not in order, but my 4-horse race is Minooka, Oswego East, and Plainfield North. My 2 surprise teams. Now, this is going to piss off some people. Plainfield East and Plainfield South. So let's get started with all the things going on. For Minooka, they graduated some talent, but again, with their coaching staff still in place there, I think this is their second year, and the way that they coach, and their main thing being about discipline, it is a guaranteed thing that really you can take a player out, he can graduate, and you can put a player in, and you will have no problem with that. And Minooka is that team. So, Minooka, Steven Gonzalez, quarterback athlete, Connor Colbert, Kyle Williamson, Jalen Cole. You definitely want to keep an eye out, especially for Jalen Cole. He closes a lot of gaps. Watch out for him. Now, going on to Oswego. Oswego has got a tremendous, talented team. Starting with running back Charles Coleman, who I think is one of the best running backs in the state of Illinois. Foamby, wide receiver, who could be one of the better wide receivers in the state of Illinois. Adams, linebacker, another great linebacker. Blake Yor, quarterback to keep an eye out for. Cole, an offensive tackle. And John Luke Peterson, defensive back. You definitely want to keep an eye out for John Luke Peterson. I think he is going to be pivotal this season. Now, for Oswego East, Justin Clark, one of the best defensive backs in the state of Illinois. Caruso, Fadong, Battle, and forgetting the last one, Cromer, who's sort of a mixture of an athlete. Oswego East, another thing to keep an eye out for is that young offensive line. They've got some big men on the offensive line, and they got some young, talented players, sophomore level, that are just amazing. Also, it's going to be interesting about, again, I think it's going to be like last year, where it's going to be basically around how do you say it? Just basically a battle each week where one team is up on their competition in the standings, and then they go down. It's just going to be a weird, basically a battle, but it's going to be a fun one for this conference. All right, Plainfield North. My last team for the 4-horse race. Nate Curtis, Marcellus Moore, who's one of the best athletes in the state of Illinois. David DeLauro is another player you want to keep an eye out for. Now, my 2 surprise teams, and Plainfield North, by the way, tremendous team, tremendous group of athletes, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Plainfield East, one of my surprise teams. Coach Terry is doing a great job there. I think they're going to have a surprise season. Bailey Jr. and Tate Holt, I mispronounced that name. Plainfield South. I think Plainfield South with What's going on with the other teams? I think Plainfield South has a great chance of making the playoffs. Cody DeBall is a player that you want to keep an eye out for. Now, we get into Joliet West. Joliet West, they have definitely a change. Coach Aubrey is out. New coach is in. Players that you want to keep an eye out for are Doris, Dobbs, Barnett, and Brooks. Brooks is one of their best offensive linemen in the state coming up these years. Keep an eye out for him. Plainfield Central. Surprised a little bit last year. Again, they got a good solid team, very young, but keep an eye out for Plainfield Central. Jarwin Edwards and Deanne Musty. Keep an eye out for them. Romeoville, it's going to be another tough year for Romeoville. Donovan, the Hoyer athlete. And for Juliet Central, it is German Gonzalez. Again, Juliet Central. I thought they were going to have a little bit of a breakout year last year. They didn't. But German Gonzalez, big offensive lineman you want to keep an eye out for. I think he also plays defensive line, if I'm not mistaken. But again, Juliet West, they got the players. Again, it's going to be after the first 2 games. It's going to be a 2-game thing to watch at what the team does. And again, also with what Plainfield Central does too as well. Romeoville, Cam Neely graduated. It's going to be a tough year for Romeoville. And Juliet Central, German Gonzalez, and the quarterback, their quarterback at Juliet Central graduated too, he was a pretty good quarterback. I forgot his name though. Plainfield East and Plainfield South. I think those are 2 teams to watch. That's my major gamble. I think Plainfield East is going to have a great season this season. There's something there, and so with Plainfield South. The 4-horse race, again, like I said, these games, including all those 4 teams, it's just going to be a series of great matchups. And I think if you look at the strongest competitors out of this 4-horse race, you have to go with Oswego East and Oswego, and then Plainfield North and then Minooka. And that Oswego and Oswego East game is going to be a hell of a game. That's going to be one great game. I was there 2 years ago. That should be a great game. But it's going to be very interesting. Do I believe that that one of these teams can get to a state title game? Yes, definitely. And I think it's time well overdue. And I think they could go all the way and be eating Thanksgiving in Champaign and win that state title game because there's great competition in the regular season. But again, like I said before, Great Prairie in high school football. What is up is down. What is down is up. Everything can change. The most smallest minute detail in a high school football team can change that team for the rest of the season. And we've seen it numerous times. I've seen it personally when I was coaching. So it's going to be very interesting to see the way this conference is. And like I said, week 4, week 5, week 6, those 3 weeks, maybe 4, getting a little bit later onto the season, that's going to be all eyes on this conference in the state of Illinois, definitely. Again, my email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com if you have any questions. My Twitter and Facebook is Coach Big Pete, and also Deep Dish Football. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip on the link down bottom via PayPal. Thank you so much, and have a lovely season. I hopefully can catch one game. Remember, you can nominate your game for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. after Breakfast with Coach Big Pete, which is at 9 a.m. on Facebook Live. And remember, Deep Dish Football Live is Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.